drugs without me saying that. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm band blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good break. Sometimes I follow what is a soldier, trying to find a good shirt. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't need fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the many, don't see it. Separated from the tares, now on my prayers, and it's so be a rebel. Take the world by word of mouth. UBK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Yeah, Frank, you ain't heard a clout without a shadow of a doubt. These devils hitting licks off us. Fuck the about to stone the pocket ticket office. Can't sweet talk, cannot stop us. And plus I know the feds watch us. I tell the people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison, they stop violence. Meanwhile, UPK turning rebels into rock wallers. In league with mighty men, and now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like one crime at the funeral for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent, it's fucked up. But my boot shine, standing between two priests, about to blaze on their ass, call it tough love. Look out for niggas just club, and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black gloves. Father, forgive me for my error. I'm forever by your side. Clean and purge me of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth, cause for a long time I was a rebel without a call.
Look, man, first time I met Commander Junior Hunter, man, here 3807.
Rebel without a call.
My little daughter with me. Opened the door, he was dropping the truth on me and all that.
Rebel
He said,
without a
yeah,
call.
man, you know, you do your time taking the mountains, training in hand-to-hand combat.
Rebel without
said,
a call.
oh, yeah.
It's the reason I'm
Shine
alive.
up,
Thank
nigga.
God for this truth, cause for a long time I was a rebel without a call.
You cannot whoop us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got the wounds inside and outside our bodies. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole.
Was never expected to grow. Just also go stand the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beach. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gonna be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got the new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed 5 for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought a brand new pair of bells.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
All right, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Athab Shem Yahushua to the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Commanding General Yohana. Tonight is the ISUPK Florida's mandatory scripture breakdown class, okay? So we look for everybody in the school to be here so we can host and show everybody that's not in the school who's tuning in what it is, okay? So what it is we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that we are God's chosen people. Okay, we're waiting for Officer of 5,000 Kazak to get in the building to go ahead and run it. So just hold tight and we'll get the class started. But meantime, in between times, so we got a lot of stuff going on. Believe it or not. Hey, shalom, Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. So what we got going on? We got a lot going on, you know what I mean? At the same damn time. Okay. Today is so-called white man's holiday. So we got a lot of brothers and sisters celebrating this day, doing what our oppressor is telling us to do. It's 2023. 2023. 500 years later, coming off slave ships, and we are totally obedient to the people who brought us over here on slave ships. We have totally taken on their way and their customs. It's very, very sad, okay, to see what we're doing and what we're going through as a family, as a people. Shalom, sir. Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shragatham. What's going on out?
Ain't nothing, sir. Just getting it popping for you.
Hey, nah. Keep going with what you're doing. I'll pop in a second, all right?
Okay, Carter Khan. So yeah, Salakia, sir. But yeah, it's 2023, and we are being totally obedient to our slave master, the people that brought us over here 500 years ago. We are doing everything they tell us to do. We're being totally obedient to them. And at the same time, we're trying to be good Americans and serve them with all due diligence. Instead of serving our power, they kill us. They shoot us down. They murder us just for being good servants, just for being the people that they have beat us down to be the type of people that will serve anything and anybody. Forget your own culture, forget your own heritage. And now they hate us and will kill us and murder us just for being good servants to them, just for being law-abiding citizens. Their whole thing, every campaign that this society runs is based off law and order. We got to get law and order back in order here, back installed here. Number one thing, right? Well, if you look at the statistics, it's going to tell you that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't commit as much crime as, you know what I mean, they say we do. So who needs law and order? They need law and order. They need to be patrolled. They need to be controlled. But they're such beasts and animals till all they want to do is kill and murder the people that are serving them and hold themselves not accountable, because we don't know, like, we're ignorant to how we're supposed to operate in the earth as a people. So they take advantage of that. They take advantage of having taken and stripped us from our culture and heritage, and now we want to follow them, and now they take advantage of it and lead us to slaughter, when all we got to do is come back as a people. We just got to wake up. We just have to see what's in front of us, read the signs. All the signs are there that, you know what I mean, this place will never love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. It's been 500 years and they don't love you. You know what I mean? So we just have to come back to, we have to be re-educated. Like, you know, we teach in the school. Officer Gazak is real big on teaching that. We got to be re-educated on how to operate and behave in this society, because the way that we've been taught is doing nothing but destroying us further. Okay. So with that, I'll yield and go ahead and pass the class over to Officer Kazak 5000.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yeah, let me just go ahead and just take off from right where you left off. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Let me get that real quick. Let's go there.
Oh,
Jeremiah 2 and 33.
yes, sir. I got it on deck, sir.
All right. Hey, who is that? Young man Lewis. If we got any troopers, I want y'all to pop in or let me know in the chat if y'all is on the line, on the class line. Y'all could call in 904. I mean, I'm sorry, 904 305 985 5453. I believe that's the number. 305 985 5453. You can call that number. If you on there, let me know, and I'll call into the class, the conference line. Other than that, if you want to pop in, we do need brothers to help read. The shock started out, you know what I'm saying, like any other brother would, putting on all black, coming to camp when he was a trooper, began to read and all of that, and has worked his way up the ranks. Now I know this brother is more than willing to read in this class, but this is a mandatory class for all of Florida. So I just feel like it might be somebody who's not 5,000 that will be willing to read as well. If not, the brother will hold it down. So you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, Nishak.
So I can read.
Yeah, I got something for you, Lewis. Let me just let him do it at this point. I was just really talking trash to the troopers.
Come.
So this is the book of Jeremiah.
You see how that happened though? The shock, all the ranks in between 5,000 and young man. the young man who ain't got no rank yet, he's willing, and the brother who got rank is willing. Where everybody else at?
Con.
All right, keep going.
Thank you, sir. Con. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?
Y'all hear that, right? This is a question that's being asked. Why trimmest thou thy ways? This is the prophet Jeremiah speaking the words of the Lord. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Right? And that's the question we want to ask. Why is it you got to not be so black in order for them to love you? You got to talk their lingo. You got to serve their white God. You got to go to their institutions. You got to dress like them, or you can't be accepted in America. I thought America was a land of the free. I thought you're supposed to be doing whatever you want to do. I thought this was a melting pot where everybody get to be whatever culture they is.
Wow.
All right. But now, all of a sudden, you got to be, you got to wear red, white, and blue on the 4th and on Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wear a Santa Claus hat on Christmas. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't in the spirit? You know what I'm saying? Well, it could be that you took your spirit out of this place. You took yourself away from this. Hey, Salaki, if that's the young man Jaheem in the chat, give me a call after class. All right. If you don't have my number, call the brother you know and ask them for Kazak's number. For the brother Jaheem in the chat, if that's the brother that's from down here in Florida, the younger brother that I met at the Passover, give me a holler after class, all right? But yeah, why are you trimming your ways to seek love? And here's the crazy part about it in the shop. We done trimmed all our ways, done served their God, done dressed like them, trying to speak correct English, and they still don't accept us. They still don't accept us. No matter what we do.
Right.
You the best Christian. You the number one. Rock the vote. Vote or die. You everything that the America has taught you is gonna work for you. It ain't working. You still doing it, and they still hating you.
Right.
That's crazy.
Come.
That's crazy. No, man. Jeremiah told us thousands of years ago, you trimming your ways to seek love. Keep reading.
Come. Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked one thy ways.
You done taught the wicked one your ways. And you know what your ways is? that you weak, that you will conform, that you will what's the word that you step and fetching, that you a good Sambo, you everything other than what the Bible teaches you to be, everything other than what our King Yahushua was. He wasn't going along with the status quo, even when it was his own people that was seeking to keep power that they got from the Romans. The Lord ain't give them that power. They had to get rid of him to keep the power that they got from the Romans, right? Why are you trimming your ways to seek love? Whenever you trim your ways to seek love, you show the enemy, you show your enemy that you're willing to. You done showed the enemy your ways, that you weak. You don't stand on nothing. You don't have a foundation. What we came to give blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians and the Isupk is their foundation back. Brothers got I heard an older sister say a jelly spine. Brothers got a jelly spine to shop.
If I may, sir.
Yeah, go right ahead. Jump on in there.
If it's what you're saying is so crucial, because I was watching a show about war, World War I, World War II, you know what I mean? And they were showing how, you know, certain whoever America went against a war against, and if they surrendered and signed a peace treaty, America, you know what I mean, didn't respect them no more.
Right.
America, you know what I mean, they would walk all over them. You know what I mean? That's like what you're saying. That's exactly what we're doing, sir.
Yeah, we bring out that we bring out that story about that sister that had them 7 sons, and they would rather die than forsake the laws of God and the laws of their ancestors. And we bring that out because we respect the warrior. You know what I'm saying? I had a song that I wrote, 144,000, where I took a piece out of what Pac said. He said, "I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward." And in the UPK, we say no cowards. We don't want nobody who's willing to be stepping fetching. We don't want nobody who's willing to conform. Give me Romans chapter 12, where it says, "Be not conformed to this world."
Okay.
I'll take that from the young man Lewis. Anybody got any questions? Go ahead and put them in the chat. Go ahead and put them in the chat, and we're gonna get to them. All right.
So you said Romans 12?
Yeah, Romans 12. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. Tell you exactly where it's at. It's one of the 5 scriptures I remember off the top of my head.
What's our Christ?
I got 5. I'm up to 5 now. I'm gonna be on fire next year, boy. It's gonna be like 7. Use them same scriptures everywhere I go.
If I may, sir.
Yo, go ahead.
What you taught me, man, was so heavy. Like in any battle or any situation, you find one of these milk scriptures that kind of pertain to what you're saying, and that's gonna cut them to the bone gristle, sir.
Yeah, I learned that. I learned that from Captain Tazariak and Captain Caltazar. They say they going when they be studying for these battles. They got like 15 books sitting over there, a whole PowerPoint slide, and then Matthew 5 and 17. just cut everything. That's all you needed was the milk scriptures. That's why I teach that. There's certain things you can't get around. You can't get around what Christ said. You can't get around what the prophet said, and you can't get around what the law said. That's the Bible. You want an extra biblical source, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? We could go and do that. Some brothers is good with that. I be telling them on Clubhouse, man, I don't care about no extra. I'm ignorant when it comes to extra biblical sources.
Mm-hmm.
I be forgetting. It's ones that we got in the school. Babylon to Timbuktu, Zondervan Bible. I don't believe nothing. None of them people say. The only reason I use it is if it match up with the Bible.
Right.
The stuff, and some of them in the same book be saying stuff because they not in the truth. I'm in the same book that be saying stuff that's off. What we do is if it match up with the Bible and history at the same time, then now some fool that needs further proof, we'll take you will take it from the white man, won't you?
Right.
You'll take it from a historian, won't you?
Right.
Here you go. I took it from the Bible. Captain Ward taught it to me, and I said, "Con out of one con, I get it. I agree.
That's right.
I'm a robot. I'm programmed. I'm brainwashed because I see it in the scriptures. Now, hey, if somebody's saying something I don't see in the scriptures, I'm not just gonna roll with it. But if I see it and I understand it, like, okay, there it is. Yeah, do say that. Then what is the point in me arguing, trying to get some more proof? It say right there, Deuteronomy 7, who you shouldn't sleep with. You know, it's brothers that believe that's only those nations that's named is the ones you can't sleep with. You can sleep with the other ones.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. Here's the point. Don't when you around people, right? You got to remember, you the only person that believes the truth. You're the only person that has the truth. This is for sisters too. If you in the world and everybody you around is in the world, right? You the only person that has the truth, and you cannot take that for granted. Christ said, "Let your light so shine among men that they will see your good works and glorify your Father is in heaven." How you carry yourself, it not only represents you, especially if you are Israelite, especially if you in the IH. Oh, he claimed that he's an Israelite, but he sell drugs. He claimed that he's in the truth, but he smoked dope. He claimed, but he sleep with whores. She claimed, but she smokes cigarettes, but she's supposed to read the Bible. She claims she in the truth, but she giving other men her phone. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Just remember, you were bought with a price. Christ gave his life that you might have an opportunity to come in here and serve the Most High. Don't ever forget that. Christ gave his life that you will have an opportunity to come in and serve the Most High. It ain't about you no more. It's other people involved. If Nashak go out and do something stupid, guess who got to answer for it? His brothers in the truth. If I go out and do something stupid, my brothers in the truth got to answer for it. So what about that brother that was in the Isupk in Florida that did blah, 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 blah? What about him? The same way we do with other Israelite groups where you got to stand. If you got a member in there that does something, we want to know what happened. What your leadership do about it? Is he still in the school? Do y'all teach that? You know what I'm saying? It's a whole fifth degree, and that's why Cap said that. You know what I'm saying? He got, like, if y'all brothers do anything stupid or get caught in some kind of compromising way, brothers in the truth, you mess around and take a picture and you around a strip club or something, then guess who? General Yohana, Captain Cesario, all the men that everybody know, they have to answer for your dumbass behavior. Salaki for my language. They got to answer for it because they raised you. It's like going out and they say, don't act like you ain't got no home training. You got home training here in the Isupk. Act like you know what you're supposed to do and what you don't. And if you don't want to do it, you can just go be an individualite. You can go to church. You can go start your own Israelite group. Just don't be in here claiming that you this and then be a whole nother person that everybody see and they attach it to this right here. Because brothers have given their lives and willing to give their lives for this. Brothers have lost their entire families for this truth, to promote this truth. And people in here playing with it. It's a game to them to shop. It's not a game when you used to love something so much and you don't have time to do it because you're busy doing the work of the Lord.
Right.
When you love somebody so much and you barely see them because you're doing the work of the Lord. Do not play with this truth. I'm telling y'all, it's not around me. I'm gonna have a whole fit, bro. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. And the reason, and guess what? I was trained like that by the man that trained me. We can't play with this, man. This is real life, and Christ gave his life that we'll have an opportunity to come in here and clean ourselves up. Otherwise, you're gonna stay dirty. You can stay dirty forever. You gotta claim that, you know what I'm saying, what Christ did, he did it for you. Maybe he didn't do it for you. He might just did it for me in the shop. He might just did it for the young man Lewis. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get into that and then go piss on what Christ did by going back in the world and being a filthy, disgusting sinner. You could have just did it in the first place. Could have just did that in the first place. You about to play something out?
Oh no, no, sir. I hit it button by mistake. Like,
okay. I thought this boy was about to play some theme music in the back of his house. I was like, oh yeah, let's take the class. Let's turn my class up. Put theme music in the background now. You gotta get Isupk on that. Know what I'm saying? Brothers start making a heavy point, nigga. I got some drums and some trumpets and all that in the background. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do it. You know how they do it at the church. That nigga make a point, and the nigga on the organ get the hit into the drums. You like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Y'all think that'll be Christian?
Nah, sir. They do it across the line.
Nigga put some theme music in the background.
I don't know like theme music, but we can do, you know, get some gunshots going and stuff like that.
Put a 2 in the chat if that's Christian. I need to leave that alone. Nah, I was like, just let me know. I'll calm down. Hey, brother have all kind of nigga beating on bongos and all kind of stuff in the background, man. What? Read.
Cut.
Hey, like you. All right, so yeah. Anybody got any questions?
Nah, sir. I don't see any questions.
Come, sir. But I'm still holding Romans 12:2 for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and read that.
Kind don't come. This is the book of Romans, chapter.
You can start at verse 1.
1. Come, sir.
Yeah.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercy of the Most High, present your.
Stop right there. This is Paul, right, in the book of Romans, talking to the Israelites scattered in Rome. We at Romans chapter 12. If you go back to chapter 9, I believe it's verse 3. He says, my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. So when he say, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, you know he's talking to his kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. All right? By the mercies of God. Listen, I'm coming to you through the mercy of God right now. And I beseech you. I'm coming to you, brethren, by the mercy of God. And I'm telling you this right here. Go ahead.
That he presents your body a living sacrifice.
This is the sacrifice right here. In the Old Testament, when you did something wrong, right? You brought a bull, a goat, you brought, you know what I'm saying, a sheep, you brought a dove, a turtle dove, you brought something to the Lord to say, hey, look, I have to give this, and so the Lord understands that I'm sorry for what I did. Well, the Lord never cared about those sacrifices. He never wanted them. He wanted your obedience. And when you got too disobedient, he stopped being your father and stopped being your protector and stopped being your husbandman. He stopped being all of that to you, and you became nothing to him, just like the rest of the nations. All the nations are a drop of a bucket. That includes Israel until he chooses them and give them his laws and give them his commandments and give them the land and tell them how to be raised up above all people. That's the only thing. If you go to Amos chapter 9, the Lord say, ain't you just like the Egyptians? Niggas is getting outside themselves. When they be talking all this, I'm an Israelite, it's a certain level of pride come to it because you know the Lord chose you, but it also shouldn't be a certain level of humbleness knowing that you pissed the Lord off. You went against everything he told you to do, got kicked out the land, and he said you ain't my people no more. We can't forget that part.
Right.
Everybody want to be an Israelite till he started calling them hard head, stiff neck, and then when you look at yourself, we fit that too. We don't just fit the curses, we fit the characteristics.
That's right.
You understand? Now this man is saying to Israelites scattered in Rome, ain't no telling what they was doing in Rome. Just like ain't no telling what we doing in America. I beseech you there, brethren, right? Children of Israel scattered in America, by the mercy of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice. This is what you got to do. When you run into people that's talking about, oh, Christ the only one that could keep the law, Christ the only one that could be perfect, you know right then they got a demon on them. They looking for an excuse. This is the place of no cowards and no excuses. You got to get that up off you, bro. This is what he said. You need to present your body as a living sacrifice. What that mean? You don't eat everything. You don't sleep with everything and everybody. You don't smoke anything. You don't do drugs. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? That is presenting your body with a living sacrifice. That's how you show Christ that you appreciate what he did for you. That's how you show the Most High that you appreciate having a second chance to do this thing the right way. We ain't even got out of one scripture, Nashak. This is the first scripture. Y'all didn't even know it was that much in there, huh? Read.
God, holy.
No, I'm just joking.
In the middle of verse 1, holy, acceptable unto the most high.
Right.
Which is your reasonable.
Hold on 1 second. Holy and acceptable. When you see that word holy in the scriptures, you know that it means separate, set apart for the Lord. You are set apart. That means you can't. Remember what we were just talking about, right? Being like everybody else, trimming your ways to seek love.
That's right.
Y'all don't like being different. You want a normal marriage. Well, a normal marriage, 80% of them end in divorce. That's a normal marriage. That's what you want. You want a normal marriage? A normal marriage, men are too scared of their woman to say that they in hell and they hate the way she treat them. That's a normal marriage. I ain't gonna say nothing. Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. That's a normal marriage. And it goes both ways too. The women, or it's the other way. The women too scared to say something to this crazy dude because he might go upside their head. So they just don't say nothing and let them know that they're in hell. That's a normal marriage. That's what you want? We're supposed to be men and women of God. I like using terms like that. That's the stuff the Christians be claiming, but it ain't real though. You a man of God? You a woman of God? Why would you ever lie to your husband? Why would you ever not respect your husband? You a woman of God. Why would you ever lie to your woman? What is we talking about here? Those are normal marriages. Nah, but the Lord said you should present your bodies as a living sacrifice and be holy. Separate. Everybody eat pork. I don't eat pork. Everybody smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. Everybody trying to hit everything and have sex with everything that's moving. Not me.
That's right.
Acceptable unto God. Keep going.
Which is your reasonable service.
No, hold on. Wait. It says these things, being holy and presenting you as a living sacrifice, is something that you cannot obtain. That's what it said, right? It said,
which is your reasonable service.
Nashak, you hear this?
Come, sir.
That scripture said you doing that, being holy, separating yourself from the world, presenting yourself as a living sacrifice, not being like everybody else, is just your reasonable service. You ain't going above and beyond keeping the laws of God and doing what he said to do. You owe him that and more. You owe him that and more. This is your reasonable service. Come on, if your brother died for that foolishness you did, why wouldn't it be reasonable that you just change your life and never do it again? Like when Christ told a woman, go, who was caught in adultery, girl, you know you deserve to die. You're supposed to die right here. Now you got another chance. Just don't do it no more. That's reasonable. Anybody can understand that. Why can't people understand that? Anybody don't understand that. That's reasonable. That's asking too much. When you deserve death and you alive, for you to appreciate life and to not disobey God ever again, within your reason, like the Lord say don't do it, just don't do it. That's reasonable. Now, these ain't my words, these Paul words. And you know they try to go to Paul as an excuse to get out of it. He said you presenting your body as a... Now, think about this. When they talking about what you shouldn't eat, you can eat anything and all of this, wouldn't you say that not eating anything that the Lord said was abominable is presenting your body as a living sacrifice? You're going to sacrifice eating that thing that you love to eat for the Most High. That's reasonable.
Come.
I hope y'all understand. Let's go to verse 2.
Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Good night. This is what we was talking about earlier. This is what the shock was talking about. Happy Labor Day. Happy Memorial Day. Happy 4th of July. Happy Easter. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
That's the world. You got to be conformed to the world. Because now, you know, every time they come up, we're going to teach the same classes. This is what New Year's is really about. The Greek god is Janus, and the god of new beginnings and open doors. You didn't know that before you was in the truth. Of course you was doing it. Now you know. And once you come into the the knowledge of the truth, there is no more sacrifice for sins. Now your sacrifice is to sacrifice that thing you love and do what the Lord said to do. That's your sacrifice now. I hope everybody understand.
Come.
Be not conformed. Everybody else eating all you can eat shrimp right now. all you can eat shrimp. Everybody else at the distillery. They go into the distillery in the shop. Go ahead. You want to be holy, or you want to be like everybody else in the world? Which one you want to do? There should be something different about you. That's the point. You should be a damn alien when people look at you like, what is wrong with him? You don't see that bad broad right there? And that sister married, she with her husband.
Right.
Boy, you don't see that? Nope. I see it, but I don't see it. You understand? I definitely see it, but I don't see it at all. Because I'm not like you. If you had a chance, you would smack. If she gave you a chance, knowing she had a man, you would take it. I got respect for that brother that I don't even know.
Right.
Because the Lord told me to.
If I may.
Good, go jump in.
Nah, what you're saying is hardcore, because what it is nobody wants to have self-discipline. They want the easy way. It's easy to just do whatever your flesh tells you to do. It's easy. You understand? To say you want to stop smoking weed, but keep smoking it. Say you want to stop smoking cigarettes, but keep smoking it. To fight and not be immoral is hard. To change your life. That's what Isupk is talking about. Changing your life. It's hard.
Hey, I was just gonna say, I remember coming in the truth, right? And even after I stopped smoking weed, I don't know what it is in them damn Black and Milds in the shop, but that is a good night out. I don't know. In the world, you know, I was a roster at one point in time. I said I never stopped smoking the herb, and the herb is the healing of the nation and all of that. Right? When it came down to it, I could stop smoking that. But it's a whole nother demon in them Black and Milds. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what they put in that. Listen, he gotta smoke that when he wake up, when he go to bed, when he go to the bathroom. Nigga had to smoke a Black and Mild to go to the bathroom. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I'm saying this because I came into the truth, and you know, when you go to church, people say, "I'm gonna get my life together, and then I'm gonna come to church."
Wow.
I'm gonna get my life together, and then I'm gonna. Brothers be coming in the truth, and they still be having the plug. They still be selling drugs. Sometimes they got on all black, but they ain't let go the streets. And we in here training them how to be real men and telling them that their life is wrong. I'm bringing this story up because it's a personal story for me. I'm thinking that that's how it is in the truth. You just come in here and you keep doing what you're doing, but you don't let brothers see what you're doing. And then it was a brother that was struggling with stopping smoking cigarettes. He in here, he going to camp with us and everything. Now, this is once I had got a hold of it, but my point is, this is what I didn't know. And I'm hoping any young man or sister that's dealing or battling, the brother actually had the heart to come and tell Captain Shawar what he was dealing with. And Cap broke it down like, yo, I was in the same boat. I had the same issue. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a little bit different, but it was the same. He said, listen, this is what you do. You ain't got to stop smoking completely cold turkey, but this what if you smoke 2 packs a day, get it down to 1 pack.
Right.
If you smoke a pack a day, get it down to 10 cigarettes. If you smoke 10, get it down to 5. All he did in the shop was made the brother fight the demon. That's it. Make you fight the demon. Nobody don't want to fight it. They just want to give in to whatever lust or desire that they have, and nobody don't want to fight it.
Right.
That's what you were saying. Like, yo, here's the point. We gonna teach you how to fight it, and if you need some help fighting it, he said, General Yohana told him, I'll send somebody to come sit at your bed to make sure the end of your bed while you make sure you don't get up and smoke weed. We got to send a man over there. Hey, you rolling with me? I'm gonna come snatch you up for the whole day. You're gonna be moving so many tables, and taking trash out and clean. You gonna all that stuff sitting up there on that table that the shot got in the school gonna be shiny and new. You ain't gonna have no time to smoke no weed.
Right.
It's too much to do. But the point being, back to the point. You gotta fight the demon, and nobody in the world is fighting it. So if you're fighting your demons, you already a step ahead of everybody else. You already separated yourself because they ain't gonna fight it at all. Mm-hmm. I'm all out here. Whatever desire a woman have, I can sleep with who I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to have multiple wives? I can have multiple husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, some of these broads got multiple wives.
Wow.
Salakia. This the world we live in.
Yes, sir.
This the world we talk, and nobody's fighting their own lust and their desires, and that is the hardest thing. But once you get a hold of it to just fight it, then now what scripture comes next? Y'all think about what scripture. Once you start fighting it, what scripture comes next? Let's keep reading now. Be not conformed to this world.
But be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind.
Yeah. Keep going.
That ye might prove what is good, what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
All right. and be ye not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. How will you prove what is the perfect and acceptable will of God? Anybody? I said it earlier.
Stop here, sir.
Go ahead.
By letting your body be by presenting your body as a sacrifice to the Most High.
Yeah, what do you
being holy?
What do you have to? You absolutely right about that. What do you have to do in order to do that? Right? You got to fight you got to fight it, right? But it's people that's fighting their addictions and fighting the things that they love, and they losing. They losing out. They are fighting, but they losing. Right? What proves that this is what the Lord wants and is good and acceptable and the will of God is when you win the fight. When you kick the demon's ass, that's what happens, huh? You showing that the Lord is on your side, because you cannot do it without the Lord. You can't do it. Why can't you do it without the Lord? Because you're carnal. The law is spiritual. Paul got a whole chapter about that which I do not do, and that which I don't do, that's what I do. And nobody don't understand it, and all he's doing is him wanting to do the right thing, battling the desires of his flesh, battling the things that he wants to do, and his spirit trying to line up with Christ, and his flesh trying to line up with the world. Those two, I don't know where that noise is coming from.
Might be Officer Margazar.
Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what's going on. So hold on one second, Akio. You could pick it up for a second on the shot real quick.
Con, sir. Where we at? Go ahead and keep reading, young man, Lewis.
Con. Romans 12 verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but think soberly, according as the Most High hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Right. So this is exactly like what Officer Gazal was saying earlier. You know what I mean? Like, you think just because you've been chosen by the Most High and you're an Israelite that you're better than everybody else, when that is not the case. You know what I'm saying? You have been chosen. So what you need to do is fight, like he's saying, and prove yourself. Okay? Prove yourself to be what the Most High wants you to be. Don't think just because you know what I mean, you are an Israelite and you know what I mean, you come from the bloodline of Christ, that you know what I mean, you just better than everybody else. And that's not the case, okay? For I say, though the grace given unto me, that grace, what is the grace? If I could, what is the grace?
You know, we under grace. We ain't under the law.
What is the grace?
Amazing grace.
No.
Salagia, sir.
Go ahead.
The grace is now that Christ has died for us, you know, our former transgressions are forgiven. So now we have a chance to come back to the Most High as a nation.
Right. From the Most High through Christ, you are giving a second chance to be able to come and do it right. Now, in order to do it right, now you must you know what I mean, commit your body as a sacrifice. Now you must not do the thing that you want to do. Now you must not smoke cigarettes. Now you must not be a whore. Okay. Now you must keep the laws of the Most High. That's the grace. Okay. You got a chance. That's one chance. You have a chance to come back. Well, I won't say one chance, but you have a chance because we all fall. Okay. But as long as you keep fighting, as long as you keep striving to do what is correct and right in the eyes of the Most High, then that is, you know what I'm saying, the grace and that you have been given through Christ. Okay. So
let me if I could just jump in right there. Give me James chapter 4 real quick.
Oh, sir.
James chapter 4. Verse. I want to go to. Hold on 1 second, I can.
Oh, sir.
Oh, I see what's going on. Got me all out my element, man. I had a New Living Translation pulled up. I was like, that ain't in the Bible. That ain't in there. That is not what it say. Give me 4.
Verse 4 and 4.
Yeah, 4 and 4.
Yes, sir. The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
All right. So now we talking about what we've been talking about the whole night, right? Why is he calling them adulterers and adulteresses? Why is he calling them? Go ahead.
It's because we've committed fornication with other gods.
Absolutely. You serving another master that's not your master. You serving, even if it's like on the other side, how the Lord said, those are the ones who are not defiled with women, right? Even if you think you got the power to choose, either way, you're wrong. If you serving another master that's not your master, you are an adulterer, right? Or if you the master over a bunch of foul and disgusting women, you still ain't right. And this is the equivalent of you serving yourself, you serving money, you serving your woman, you serving anything but the Most High. And most of the time, you trimming your ways to seek love because you want a friendship with the world. You trimming your ways. You don't care about being you don't care about having a friendship with the Most High. There's benefits that come along with being called the friend of God. Y'all know that, right?
That's right.
You rather have a friendship with the world? What has the world done with every single friendship? His words are smooth as butter, but war's in his heart. His words were soft, but he had drawn swords, man. The world done turned its back on every nigga that thought he had a friend with the world. Every single one of them. You end up dead. You end up in jail. You end up, you know what I'm saying, whatever. With some disease, you end up strung out, all because you thought you had a friend with the world. And I ain't talking about people. I'm talking about society, customs. I'm talking about all of these type of things, the type of lifestyle you live in. If you think it's good, you're going to end up finding out at some point you have to compromise or it will not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is you trimming your ways to seek love? Know you not that friendship of the world is enmity with God? What does that word enmity mean?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Louis.
Is to to have strife with someone or to fight.
Who was that else said that Salaki? Who was that? That was Magazar?
Come, sir.
Kano, sir.
Go ahead, Magazar. What you think?
Is it hatred?
Kinda. Yeah. Enmity is the same root word as enemy, right? Hatred, the fight, the scribe, right? So if you're trying to, it's like, okay, the Lord know who his enemies is, right? David said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. So he like, yo, I'm standing with you. I know there ain't no question about what side I'm on, right? I hate them that hate you. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. So David ain't like people that was in the world. Because people in the world hate God. Why? Because the Lord tell them they can't sleep with that whore. The Lord tell them they can't have sex with rich men for money. The Lord tell them they can't get high and forget that their children ain't ate. The Lord tells them that they can't sell drugs to their own people. They hate the Lord. He always telling me what I can't do. I remember that nigga Boosie, Lil Boosie did a skit. I think I brought this up in class one time where he was talking about, they talking about God said you can't eat pork. Man, right. God said that. Then he shot a bird at the sky.
Wow.
Get out of here with that. You know how that nigga talk. Like, he loved pork so much that he would be an enemy to God just so he can eat what he want to eat.
Right.
And these people like that, they don't realize that pork ain't their problem. They're addicted to everything. I guarantee you he can't go a day without smoking. He can't go a day without some whore being in his face. He has to pay for it. That's the lifestyle he's accustomed to because he is an enemy of God and a friend with the world.
Mm.
And guess what? When his oppressor decides that he can't have no more money, now he's looking at the charges he's looking at now. When his oppressor decides that he can't eat no more or can't get high no more or can't have no more women, he'll throw him in a box with all 2 million black and Hispanics that's in that box that can't get out. That's having a friendship with the world. It don't never end well, Akim. It don't end well. You think it's cool. Do what you want to do. You grown. Be prepared to suffer the consequences that come with disobeying God. You know what they are. You've seen them your whole life. We start talking about heaven and hell, and we tell you in hell, if you know what I'm saying. These people got the hibachi, nigga. We had the George Foreman. What? Anybody here ever ate a Wish sandwich? Y'all know what a Wish sandwich is? It's two pieces of bread, and you wish you had some meat to go in the middle of it. Maybe y'all had a sleep sandwich. Anybody ever had a sleep sandwich? That way you're so hungry you go to sleep. I don't know. Maybe y'all might have had it good. I hope so. I hope nobody ever had to experience that. But for the people who did, they know that's hell right here. And the reason we was ever in that hell, because the Lord gave us a land that flowed with milk and honey. He gave us all the cattle. He moved 7 nations out the way. He gave us all the spoils and the victories of war and raised us up to be over all of these people. And they had to put us back in our place because we thought we was something.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason we ever was something was his laws, his statutes, and his commandments that separated us from the other nations. That's all it was. Now, when we come to the knowledge and learn that and repent and come back to him, then he can raise us back up again. He sent Christ to be the leader to show us how to do it. Now we know how to do it. We ain't got no excuse. That's why I always read that scripture. Well, once you, we're gonna go. into that. We'll go into that, right? Where we at right now? James 4 and what?
Come, sir.
Oh, 4 and
James
4?
4, verse 4.
Let's go to verse 5.
Come.
Go to
Verse 5.
5.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did we read that last part of verse 4? No, go ahead. We stopped at the question mark because I said,
Yes, sir.
know you not that a friendship with the world is enmity with God? And I asked, what's the enmity? He'll tell you right here. Read it.
Come. The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Mm-hmm. Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
He cleared it up, right? Now everybody understand that. That's simple. You got a choice to make, Aquathian brothers, sisters. You got a choice to make. You want to be a friend with the world, or you want to be a friend with the Most High? You want to be normal and regular and fit in the society, or you want to be holy and separate and set apart? Which one you want? It's up to you. The Lord ain't gonna make you do nothing. He could make you do it. He could. You already know he calling you. You sitting in here with us. We aliens. We set apart. We different. We are nothing like the people in the world. If you like the people in the world, you don't belong here. Go be with the world. I hope y'all understand. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God. Lord said, I wish you were hot or cold. Be hot or be cold, right? Because if you was warm, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. You lukewarm. You trying to be in the truth, but you don't want to give up your lust and your own desires. No, the Lord wants full obedience to his will and not your own.
Yes, sir.
Christ was like, nevertheless, not my will, but yours.
Yes, sir.
He ain't talking about dying. He ain't talking about quitting cigarettes, nigga. He ain't talking about not eating shrimp. He talking about dying. The Lord wanted him to die. And he said, okay.
Right.
And you say you a follower of him?
Right.
You a follower of him. Show me. Let your light so shine before the world that they'll see your good works. That's my proof. Show me you got faith in Christ, and I'll show you my works.
Right.
Everything I'm saying is in the Bible. All of it. Go ahead to verse 5.
Come. James 4, verse 5. Do ye think that the scriptures saith in vain? The spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy, but he giveth more grace. Wherefore he said, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
But he giveth more grace. Right? Let's go back to verse 5. Do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lust and envy? There's a spirit that's within you, right? The Lord calls it a heart of flesh, a mind to do those things that your flesh love to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why they blow up the hamburger on TV and make it all juicy. Make it a juicy burger. The tomatoes bigger than your, you know what I'm saying? Like you're on the 83-inch TV you got at the house. And you're like, oh, that look good right there, boy. I'm finna go to such and such and get that. Well, it's the same way with the woman in the red dress. That's why she there too. That's why this is there. That's why that is there. Everything that you can desire in this earth, you can do right now. Oh, Nishak, I ain't even spoke on the artificial intelligent girlfriends and boyfriends they got.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's going on.
Wow.
You can't control your woman? Go get a woman that'll never say nothing you don't want to hear.
That's weak.
That is weak as hell.
That's weak.
That is weak as hell. You put in the characteristics of what you like and what kind, how you want it. You want it to be. If you want somebody to argue with, they can make it like that, and the artificial intelligence adjusts to you. That's where we at, Akim. People are going to be irrelevant. These men and women are sleeping with robots. They having sex with them too. Whatever disgusting fantasy you have, this robot will do it.
Come.
This is terrible. Here's the thing, though. The Lord told me in the scriptures that he would make a man more precious than fine gold as the gold of Ophir. That's what it says, right?
Come, sir.
Go get your robot boyfriend. Let that nigga counsel you when you got a legion of demons on you. Let him get you up out of that. Go get your rich boyfriend. Go get your rich man you want. Go get your woman with the biggest BBL. What they call it? The BBL it is on the planet. It ain't real. How is that going to help you to be the man that the Lord wants you to be? My point is, you can serve your own flesh and your own lust and your own desires however you want. But resisting your own will for the Lord is what Christ taught us. If this brother was walking on water and raising the dead, do you not think he could have any woman he wants?
Right.
He chose to be about his father's business. About his father's business. He cared more about going and dying for your black. Oh, let me slow down. For my black ass. He did fulfilling his own lust and desires. Y'all gotta feel me.
Come.
That's what he did. And we are to be like him. We followers of Christ.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? So now Paul is talking about this same thing in Romans. I mean, in Romans, and then now it's in James, right? He said, yes, do you think that the scriptures was wrote in advance? It's saying the spirit that dwelleth in you lusteth to envy. It sees something that somebody else got and it want it. That's what give me that one. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Marcus, if you can get that for me and have it queued up. It lusteth to envy, but he giveth more grace, meaning the Lord already know this. He set it up this way. Hold on one second. He already set it up this way. Hold on. So he already knew, and then he already set it up where you will have a way out. You will have a way to do it. He already set it up. You gotta know when he gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to Moses in Deuteronomy, he then told Moses to write a song about how y'all niggas was gonna disobey me. As he's giving them the law, he already knew, right? It said Christ was slain before the foundation of the world. Before there was ever Israel, he already had a plan for these disobedient, stiff-necked people that he was about to create and choose. Niggas ain't catching God by surprise. oh, my bad. I ain't know Kazak was gonna do that. I knew you before I formed you in the womb. How he know I was gonna do that? And chose you and ordained you. Yeah, don't get mad at me. I'm just here because the Lord told me to be here. I'm just here so I won't get fined. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. He knew and ordained you before the world existed. He had already knew that Christ was going to have to come and redeem us. This is not nothing new. That's his grace right there. Let's go back to it. Verse 5. Right? No, verse 6. But he giveth me, wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace to the humble. He resisteth the proud and give grace to the humble. There's so many scriptures in this Bible about how the Lord don't deal with pride. The Lord don't deal with proud people. The Lord don't, he gonna humble, you gonna humble yourself before the God of this Bible. Oh, you're not about to take credit for nothing. I kill and I make alive. You ain't even about to take credit for killing nobody. The Lord want the credit. You're not even about to take no credit for doing evil. He want the credit. I created good and evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and I ain't do it? This is me quoting, paraphrasing these scriptures. Now, if anybody don't know what I'm talking about, we could go to them. But I don't want to because I want to stay right here where we at. How you going to be proud about something you ain't do?
Right.
How you going to be proud about something you ain't do? What you can do is look at yourself and know that you deserve death and be humble enough to say, what kind of God is this that I use me, as filthy and disgusting as I was, to do anything good for anybody? That's how you got to look at it. I don't even deserve to be doing this right here after what I did with these same hands. Now I'm feeding somebody with them. Now I'm helping somebody with them.
Right.
These hands destroyed my community. These hands caused mothers to cry. And the Lord want to use me to raise up his nation. It's a beautiful thing if you can humble yourself enough to feel like that. Everybody understand?
Come.
Go ahead to verse 7.
Come, sir. Salaki. The book of James.
Chapter
4, verse 7.
I can get it.
I got it, sir. The book of James, chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the evil. Salaki. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
This is the reason I came here, right? This is the reason I came here. Where it says, be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? That you will know what's the perfect will of the God and how you present your body as a living sacrifice. Remember I said, once you start to fight your demons, that's the first step. Then you got to start beating them. Right? You know how they say, just say no to drugs? The shot. Y'all ever heard that? Just say no to drugs.
Come.
That sounds crazy when you in the inner cities in America, don't it? Just say no.
Right.
Nope.
Everybody else is doing it.
Brother, when I tell you that's how I stopped smoking weed, that works. Just say no. As a matter of fact, my turn was, no, I'm straight. No, I'm straight. You want to hit this? No, I'm straight. You want to do this? No, I'm straight. Y'all want to go to the strip club? No, I'm straight. Just keep saying, no, I'm straight.
You're on the straight and narrow.
I'm a straight now. Now I'm a straight square. I'm a straight square. You're not about to pull me into whatever you about to go and do. Nah, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. Just say no.
Right.
Resist the devil, and guess what he gonna do? Oh man, this nigga don't even buy no weed no more. He gonna stop asking you to smoke. Oh, this nigga ain't never got no cigarettes. Oh, he gonna start asking you. This nigga don't want to go nowhere. He don't want to do none of the stuff we want to do that we think is fun. They're gonna stop coming around. They're gonna stop calling you. Then you're gonna have to hang out with niggas like me and Magazar. What do them cats do for fun? Find out. Find out. Everything you do for fun ain't got to be an abomination to the Lord. That's the other side that they don't know about. I can tell we can have some fun. The Lord ain't said nothing wrong with me tearing somebody up in some spades or bowling or anything, basketball or whatever, blackjack, nigga, whatever, chess. The Lord ain't said nothing was wrong with a man talking to a woman,
right?
Courting a woman, marrying a woman.
That's right.
The Lord ain't said it was nothing wrong with spending time with women.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing. He created the family first before anything.
Mm-hmm.
Once he got finished creating the entire earth, then he raised up a man and raised up a woman to be with him. All of this stuff is in the Bible. Why in the world everything that we want to do got to be an abomination to the Lord? What is that? This is how you overcome that. Resist the devil and he'll flee. Just say no. I know you're thinking it ain't that simple, man. Nigga be nicking, boy. They be pissing me off. I need a cigarette. It ain't that simple, cause all right. You keep talking like you talking to somebody who don't know. Like I ain't seen 50 men come in here and change their life and grow in this truth. Like I ain't seen brothers that started off coming to class high and then they'll never do that at this point in their life. Jerry Hunter say, come on in here, bro. Come on in. Don't worry. We got counseling. We got programs. We got everything. We got a brother that's gonna take your phone calls in the middle of the night when you say I'm ready to go do this, that, or the other, and he gonna talk you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some sisters that'll make you think you in the kingdom.
Right.
Good night. You know what? If the Lord bless me with her, I will never do any. You know how nigga be lying. The Lord bless me with this. You get me this job, I'll never see it again.
I'll pay my tithes.
I'll pay my tithes every time. I ain't paid tithes at first. Here's the point. The point I'm trying to make is going back to conforming to the world or transforming and renewing your mind, right? With James, what it say? It says, submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. If you don't never tell the demon no, then the demon is in full control over you. You ain't never gonna have power and authority over your life if a demon is controlling you. That demon say argue with your husband, you argue with your husband. That demon say put your hands on your wife, you put your hands on your wife. That demon say drink the whole damn bottle when you know you're going to jail. Resist. You just gotta fight. That's it. Niggas ain't willing to fight. Somebody give me Luke 9:23.
Come.
Not you.
I got it, sir.
Magazine, can you read it?
I got it.
Who is he? Who said I got it?
Young man Lewis, sir.
Magazine, you there?
Khan.
Can you read?
Khan.
Go ahead and read that. Or do anybody got that scripture that I asked for about the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and pride of life? All right, go. You holding that? Go ahead and read that first. Or which one you at right now? Whichever one you at right now, go with it.
I have both of them right now.
All right, give me
Look,
whichever
sir, I
one
can
you.
read.
Which one you got, Louis?
I got the one in Luke 9:23, sir.
All right, give me the Magazar, give me the other one.
2 James 2 and 16.
It's a second James.
I mean, lock it. 1 James 2 and 16.
I was like, good night. Well, you got that one. That's in the remix. That nigga Bible said, this is the remix. James 2 and 15, right?
16, sir. 15.
Nah, that ain't it.
It's 2 and 16. I can start at 15.
Go ahead and read it. Let me see what you're talking about.
All right. This the first. This the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15.
First John. All right. I'm in James 1. I thought you said 1 James.
He did.
Counsel. It did.
1 John. Okay. Because we was just in James, the brother might have misspoke. 1 John 2 and 15. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
This is the same thing we've been talking about all night, right? Hold on one second. This is what we've been talking about all night. You got a choice to make. What do you love? You love the world or you love the Most High? Right? Well, it's the same way that Moses said, I'm giving to you life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore, then he told you what to choose, right? You got a choice to make, life or death, blessings and cursings. Then he told you what to choose. It's the same thing here. You got a choice to be a friend with the world or be a friend with the Most High. They telling you what to choose. Now, if you're hard-headed, stiff-necked, if you are people that don't love leaders and say to the leaders, please don't tell us the truth. Tell us what sound good. Y'all know that's in the Bible, right? Prophesy not unto us truth, but prophesy to us smooth things. They don't want to hear the truth. So I'm going to lie to you, make it sound fly to you. Listen, that's life. But in the Bible, though, they telling you the truth. You could be a friend with the Lord or a friend with God or a friend with the world. You cannot be both. Which side are you on? Go ahead, Magazar. Read it again.
Verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world.
Remember what it said. A friendship with the world is what?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Enmity with the Lord.
Enmity with the Lord. That's right. You're a friend of the Lord. You're an enemy to God. I mean, a friend of the world. You're an enemy to God. You love this stuff too much. And you're probably proud. But anyways, go ahead and read that one more time, Magazar.
Verse 15.
I just threw that out there because that's one of the things the Lord hate. Right? He hate the proud. He resisteth the proud. A proud lip. One of the 7 things he hate, I believe. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead, Magazar. My bad. Salaki.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
It's saying the same exact thing, right? Paul was saying the same exact thing. Moses was saying the same. Christ was saying the same. Oh, we ain't got there yet. Right? is saying the same thing. John is saying the same thing. If you love this world, and here's the problem, and this is why people conform to the world. This is why they trim their ways to seek love. This is why they want to be a part of this society. This is why they want to be normal. They want to be normal, and they're afraid to be holy and set apart. They're afraid to be different. Niggas okay with being different when it comes to wearing pink fingernail polish and wearing purses as a grown man, but they're afraid to be different when it's talking about serving the Lord. All of a sudden, they want to be regular then. It's okay to be different. Let me stop, man. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They're okay with being different. When the world tells them to be different, they're okay with it. When the Lord tells you to be different and holy and set apart and all of this other stuff, now all of a sudden they're afraid to do that. We got to fit in. My mama say we ain't really married because we ain't married on paper.
Slack, sir.
What? Go ahead.
Now, what you're saying is so crucial because about that proud thing, when the Lord lists the 6 things that he hates, proud is the first thing, sir.
I know. I know the Lord don't deal with it. That's what remember I just went through this where I said he don't even want you to get credit, take the credit for doing evil. Right. Think about that. He said, I did it.
Right.
I create evil and good. You're not even about to take the credit for killing nobody. I did it. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and I ain't do it?
Oh, God.
That's why Christ is walking on water and raising the dead and saying, I can do nothing of myself. He doing the work. People go out and they worship Jesus every Sunday. And Christ said, I can do nothing of myself but what my Father tell me. He doing the work. I ain't even the words I'm saying with my own. He want all the credit. This is why Christ is raised up. When he say all power is given to me in heaven and earth, is because him knowing that, not thinking it robbery to be equal with God, he humbled himself and became a servant. It's the same mind you got to have. And was obedient even unto death. That's what the Bible say. I'm quoting the scriptures for y'all. If y'all want to read them, just stop me and say, because Doc, I don't know. I heard my grandmama say it, but I ain't never seen it in the Bible. It's there. Your grandmama knew the scriptures. She just ain't had a proper breakdown of what was going on. It's there. It's there. All right. Where we was at? 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. What verse 16 say?
This the book of.
Let me repeat what you. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh, right? That's those things that you feel that your body like. Pork, delicious. Getting high, feels wonderful. Sleeping with whores, it's great, and it feels good to you. That's in the world. That's stuff in the world, right? That's what your carnal desires are. These are some of the things that you got to let go in order to serve God. The lust of the flesh. This feels good to my body. I want to do it, even if God told me not to. Keep going.
And the lust of the eyes.
The lust of the eyes. This stuff you ain't even experienced, but you see it. Remember I was talking about how they blow up the food on the TV? Man, the sesame seeds. That bun at McDonald's ain't never looked like that, like it look on the commercial. They got it genetically enhanced. They got juice sauce dripping all off the steak. You get there, you be like, what is this? This is not what they showed me. This is the lust of your eyes. Are y'all paying attention to the woman in the red dress?
Slacky, sir.
That's the lust of your eye. She a part of the matrix. Go ahead.
Slacky, sir. Yeah, and right. Oh, Slack.
And the pride of life.
No, not you, Magazar. Nashak. Go ahead, Nashak.
That you spoke of the red dress, right? So that is, you know what I mean, like the lust of the eyes. Niggas watching porno, you know what I mean, and now, you know what I mean, you are lusting for something that's not real, something that you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? You lust, your eyes see it, and it's not even a real thing. You know what I mean?
Now you speaking on something that's way deeper than I was trying to go, but since you brought it up, let's go there, right? They said they had a study that said that men are now, and women are now, unhappy with their real man or their real woman in real life because they watch too much porn. Their fantasy is better than the real thing.
Con, sir.
The fantasy is better than the real thing. That's the rest of your eyes.
Yes, sir.
You can't even enjoy a real woman sitting in front of you or a real man because of the lust of your eyes.
Con.
This is destroying marriages. Y'all know this, right?
Con.
All right. How you think they get these AI girlfriends I was talking about earlier?
Right, because now
somebody
they get
came up with this in mind. All right, y'all ain't gonna believe me till y'all see y'all homeboy. He like, yo, I got this new Tesla bitch. I got this new Tesla woman.
Slacky, sir.
She do everything I tell her to do. Go ahead.
Slacky, sir. But they make movies. Like they made movies. What's this? I think this one series is called Human or something like that, where they have robots, and the robots, look like humans so much to people start, you know what I mean? They don't. The lines get blurred. You know what I mean? So there's movies, there's series, all that.
This
white man.
What I'm talking about.
Until we actually do it.
No, we there, Nishak. No, this ain't no movie no more. We there. That's what I'm telling you. Go ahead, Itazar. I know you know.
Yeah, sir. It's a movie called Her, and it's about a man dating his computer, the AI program on his computer, and she like talks to him every day. You know what I'm saying? They joke with each other. They went on a date. He brought his phone to the restaurant. and had a date with his phone, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow,
bro, listen to me. A real movie. To me. What's the dude name that everybody be talking about? That made the car, that made the Teslas.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk and somebody else. They got them already. You can look it up if you find it. If you can find it, Itazar, just look it up. Robot dating robots, artificial intelligent robot dating. They will show you what you talking about, except for it ain't his phone no more. They actually got one with the figure, and you build it like Build-A-Bear. You build her like Build-A-Bear, and she got an artificial intelligence, and she walk and talk and go to the thing with you, and sit down and you eat, and y'all go home and have sex like a real woman.
Yeah,
we there. Somebody came up with this disgusting foolishness in their mind. It was the lust of their eyes, something they saw. Yeah, go ahead.
Just the other talking of so weird. Officer Chuck bringing up about the pornography. Just the other day we were working in the kitchen. And these brothers I don't know what they were busy with, and they wanted to show something, but off a glance I could see, it's probably some porn or something. I said, no, I don't want to watch it. They said, why not? I said to them, I do not watch porn. They called me straight up a liar. Straight up. They say, you don't watch porn? You're lying.
Yeah, you lying. What's wrong with you? You know good and well. Oh, you think that was hard telling somebody you don't watch porn. Tell somebody you don't smoke weed. Watch what happens. They're gonna be like, "What you on? You on probation or something? What you on papers? What you the police? Look at you funny. What's wrong with you? Go ahead."
If I could, we had an experience where we tried to talk to a female who apparently didn't like men. She liked women, and we was called gay for finding her attractive.
Huh?
You heard me?
That's crazy.
We were called.
I heard you, but I didn't understand.
Yeah. But we were called homosexual for finding a female who just so happened to not be interested in men. We found her attractive, and we were called homosexual.
But she was like a stud
by her.
She was like a stud?
No, not even. Like, she wouldn't even dress like no boy for real. Okay. She reminded me of, like, when your little cousin used to dress up like a boy, tomboy, but she wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? No, she wasn't like that.
She wasn't there.
She just wore like, she wore
listen,
like gym shorts and stuff.
Yeah. So now, because this woman is got demons on her that cause her not to like men, you gay because you like her as a woman.
Right.
Is that what you? That's crazy.
Kind.
That's
crazy.
That's where we at, Hakeem. This is where we at. The lust of your flesh, the lust of your eyes, right? Things you see, right? Remember what in Matthew chapter 4. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to get that before we get out of here, because all of those things that it's talking about right here, Satan tempted Christ with, and he showed you how to overcome them. Remember when it said resist the devil and he was flee, right? Remember when it said that? Christ showed us how he walked that out in real time, and we're gonna get to it. Nishak left. Was he the one reading? Who was reading? 1 John. That was Malazar. Go ahead and finish that.
Khan.
17.
And the pride and the Salaki.
Pick it up from the top of 16.
Khan. Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life.
Let's get to that one. Your pride is everything, bro. Your pride is everything. There is no way, no possible way you can follow the Most High and have pride. We read it. The Lord hated the proud. And the God said that's the first one on things that the Lord hate, right? Ain't nowhere in the world you finna be around the Most High and be proud of anything. Why? Because you taking his glory. He did. You ain't did none of the stuff that Moses did. Moses got in his feelings and struck the rock to make it seem like he was bringing forth water. That's all he did. He didn't sleep with nobody's wife. He didn't murder nobody. He just got beside himself for one instant, messing with these cats that he done brought up out of Egypt. They done watched the Lord drown the biggest army on the planet for them, and they walked over on dry ground. They done watched it rain manna out of heaven, and they talking about, man, Moses done brought us out here to die. We ain't got no water. Man, I left 2 cases of bottled water in Egypt. Hey, they're like, yo, and I only drank Fiji water. He got us out here with this dirty.
Nigga drinking dirty water.
Yeah.
Nigga drinking faucet water.
Man. Let's just go back to Egypt, man, and conform to the world. That's what you Israelites want to do. Let's just go back to Egypt and conform to the world. In Egypt, they had food stamps, man. We could eat. Why have some big steaks in there?
Right.
Yeah, Angus cows in Egypt.
Wow.
You got that USD.
Ain't nothing out here
certified.
This man, the Lord, man, Moses that brought us out here to die. That's pride right there. And the pride, and he responded to that pride by like, look what I did. basically. Look where I got you to, and y'all talking about me. But it's look where the Lord got you to, and y'all talking about me. If I'm a man of the Lord and I'm leading you where the Lord tell me to lead you, even when it don't look good, you're supposed to follow me. I mean, come on now. People want to follow men of the Lord when everything look great and wonderful. That's why they said in the Bible, they think gain is godliness. That's why they teach you all you got to do is come to my church and the Lord going to get rid of all your bills and all your problems and everything you ever been through. That's not reality. The scriptures say when you come to serve the Lord, expect temptation. That's what it say. Expect temptation. All right, we got to get that too. We got a lot to get in a little bit of time. So let me not dwell on that too much now so we can go and read the scripture. Here's the point. Right here where he said, right, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. He's talking about your own version of yourself, right? In Psalms, it says the sacrifices of God are a broken and contrite heart. Meaning like your mind got to understand that you are nothing. I learned this from Captain Soccer Ward. I told y'all I got my teaching style from that brother. I try to mimic him sometime when I'm teaching, but one time he just broke it down like this. And he had everybody in the class say it. And he kept saying it. I am nothing and God is everything. I am nothing and God is everything. I'm like, what is he doing? At first, I was like, what is he doing? It sounded a little Christian, right? That was my pride. Nobody wants to do this. I am nothing and God is everything. It puts you in your place, Akim. If Christ, the greatest man that ever walked the face of the earth, can say that, why you can't? Why you got a problem with it? Why you got a problem with it? Who you think you is? Aren't you as the Ethiopians to me?
Oh, God.
The Lord say you like a dirty, stinking Hamite. Nigga. If I ain't choose you and give you my law, what separates you from a Hamite? What separates you from Esau? Besides the laws, besides the customs, besides your inheritance, besides my contract that I got with you. And you broke that. Where your pride coming from? Salakia, the shock and Itazal. I almost just broke that one out. You could tell. You could tell. You still proud?
God.
Really? I can't do that in class. You listen, let me tell you something. There's no reason for you to have any type of pride. You serve your oppressor, right? I don't care if you got to get $1 million for serving your oppressor. You still serve a billionaire. I don't care. I don't care what you did. And even if you got your own and you establish everything, it's by the grace and the mercy of the Most High. It ain't about nothing you did so great because it's a million cats that did the same thing you did and they can't come up. The Lord ain't with them. The Lord ain't rocking with nobody in their pride. If you don't humble yourself, the Lord will destroy you. He'll take everything you ever thought you had and worked hard for and make you know that you are nothing and he is everything. Everybody understand?
Come on.
The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Go ahead and read verse 17, Magazar.
Okay. Verse 17. And the world passeth all away, Salaki, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
Here's the point. You made that choice, right? You choose the world. Guess what? This world is going to be destroyed. Remember in Revelations, everything get destroyed, and then you see a new heaven and a new earth. You want to be a part of that earth that's going to pass away, that world that's going to get destroyed? Or you want to be a part of the kingdom of God that abides forever? Choose ye this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. I'm so random with these precepts in the shop. Let's go ahead and go to Luke 9:23.
Come.
Yeah, I know
This
the
is the
brother
book
already
of
had.
Luke.
Hold
Okay.
on. Let me see if I want it in context. Or if I want to go straight to it. What time it is? 8:40. Yeah, go ahead and read verse 23.
Come. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 23. And he said unto them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Yeah, here we go. And he said unto them, if any man gonna follow me, they would call you a Christian, right? You following Christ. You following the Messiah. You following the Son of David. You following the Son of God. You gonna follow him? You got to do what he did. Precept. Magazar, you still holding 1 John chapter 2?
Khan.
Go to verse 5. What it say? He wasn't holding me no more.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 5. But whosoever keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected.
Keep going.
Hereby know we know that we are in him. Salaki.
That's verse 5.
Khan, sir.
Yeah, what's verse 6?
Verse 6. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also so to walk, even as he walked.
Y'all see that, right? He that saith he abideth in him, you a follower of Christ, then you ought to walk even as he walked. Now, this is Christ saying the same thing in Luke. And he said to them, if any man gonna come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Do what I do. Be what I be. I ain't gonna say that walk in my shoes there hurt your feet part. Listen to me. This is what Christ is saying right here. What I'm doing, you got to do it too. If you're going to come after me, you got to deny yourself. That means when he said, nevertheless, not my will, but yours, you got to say the same thing to the Most High. Not my will, but yours. What you want me to do? Because I want to sit here and I want to watch the game. I want to smoke and watch the game with a bad chick. What you want me to do, though, Lord? Let me do that. Because that may benefit the entire nation and not just my own lust or my own desires and my flesh and make me feel good for a little while. That might benefit the nation for eternity if I can change my life and show another brother how to change his. What would you like me to do? For me to forego all the things that I think is important for my own self. This is what he told Peter. Satan desires to have you and sift you as wheat, but I pray for you that you remain strong. And then when you convert it, then you go and get your brothers. Right? You go and strengthen your brethren. That's doing something for somebody besides yourself. Nobody in the world does that. If they do it, they just do it so they can tell people they're doing it. They don't do it out of genuinely actually caring about the people. And if they do, it's based on something they believe that Christ taught. They believe they serving God by doing it. That's the piece that their grandma taught them about the Bible, but they ain't got the breakdown. Here's the point. Any man gonna come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. In order to serve the Lord, you got to deny yourself. You got to separate yourself from the lust of your eyes, the lust of your flesh, and your pride. And you got to overcome them demons that's on you. It don't matter if you love to do things that's against the Lord. You got to just say no. You got to resist the devil. Guess what happens when you resist him? The scriptures say he gonna flee. The problem is you ain't telling him no. Or you tell him no for a little while, and then while you cleaning up the house, that demon go get 7 more friends and come back. Is it 7?
Okay.
And the state of the house is worse at the end than it was in the beginning. That's in the Bible. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about denying yourself, resisting the devil, not being proud, not following your lust, not following your desires, following after the footsteps of Christ, and denying yourself even the things you want in this life in order to give the Lord the things he wants out of you. Presenting your body as a living sacrifice. What are you sacrificing? All the things you want to do with your body, and you turn them into a robot for the Lord. That's what we talking about. I hope y'all know that, right? It's in the Bible. The Lord made men like this. He made women like this. They deny their whole phase and they serve their husband. Right. That's what they call it. A whole phase.
That's what they say it is.
That's what they call it. It's just a whole phase. They say
Literally,
every
though, they
woman
call
got
it
one. Okay, if every woman got one, then some of them are resisting that. And some of them are just beat down and let it totally can take control of their life and destroy it. And now they got 7 baby daddies and 5 babies. Go ahead, whoever said Salaki.
Salaki, you said 7 baby daddies and 5 babies.
5 babies.
Had the math.
Two
the
of
math
them.
right.
Two of them don't even know.
You already know.
Okay,
bro,
no.
Listen to me. That sister from St. Louis. That sister that from St. Louis that got that song, Pound Town. She was doing an interview, and somebody called her phone from prison, and they said "Baby Daddy number 1," and she's like, "Oh, I'm doing an interview. Call me back." Somebody called her phone from prison and said "Baby Daddy number 2." She said, and he asked, he said, "Don't you only got one son?"
Oh,
the song is say, "I'm looking for." I'm looking for a baby daddy. That's what she say in the song. So she already calling him that. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so I'm playing on words, but I'm telling you, some of these women, my point is 2 of the children, you don't even know which nigga it is who baby that is.
Oh,
he got 2 daddies.
Hey, Salakia, let these women, they married to a whole husband and telling him it's his baby and it's somebody else's baby.
Oh yeah,
you know
of
what
course.
I mean? You're married on paper. Man, it's rough. It's crucial out here. And
it's rough.
like I just heard a song on Facebook with a chick. It's a new song. She say, "Turn." I don't know if it's new. I heard it for the first time. She say, "Turn a hoe into a housewife." And she say, "This nigga good. He about to turn a hoe into a housewife." You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Salaki, I'm all for that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's actually, it's actually right. Like that.
In the world, I would never. Now, let me tell you something. That is a hell of a feat. But it takes the power. It takes the power of God to do that. God. Listen, you are not doing that as no regular man. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is the same way they say, while she cleaning up the house, right? Them 7 demons, that demon gonna go get 7 more and gonna come back, and the state of the house at the last is worse than the state of it. That's what's probably gonna happen. But if the Lord is with you and she really understands how to do, oh man, I'm going through this. I guess I done been on long enough. Oh, that's the Lord just letting me know that it's 8:57. Can y'all hear me?
Mhm.
Come on, come.
All right, yeah, my internet just started acting crazy like it be doing. So let me go and get through this, right? This is Luke chapter 9.
And
It
24.
says, yeah, go ahead to verse 24.
Come. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 24. Lucky, sir. Uh, verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
There you go. Right? That's the point. You're not just giving up the things you want in the world for nothing. You are giving those things up to serve the true and living God, the creator of heaven and earth. And with that comes rewards. I done had some people tell me you ain't supposed to want no reward. You just doing good just because you want the kingdom. You're absolutely right. What else am I doing it for?
Mm-hmm.
The scriptures say, he that cometh to God must believe that he is a God and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. What's wrong with looking for the reward? He promised it to you.
Right.
How would he even tell you he was going to do something for you that was good if you follow him, if he expected you to just do it without no reason for you to do it?
Right.
There's a reason for you to do it. You want your son blessed and your grandchildren blessed. You want them to inherit a land and a kingdom and have servants and not be the tail and not serve other nations and not follow gods of wood and stone. Or you want them to chase the enemies to come to them and them chase them away 7 ways. All of the things that he promised us in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15, I believe it is. All of those things, I want all of them. This is that's better than weed. That's better than hoes. That's better than anything that the world has to offer me. Let me get this last scripture. Let me see where it's at.
Sorry, sir.
Go ahead.
Come on, while you're getting that, sir, but it's heavy what you're saying because, like Christ, what you're reading, Christ said, follow him and do what he said, and you laying it out. All these things that we're going to get, our family will be, safe. We'll have our own land. We'll have everything we need. And like we as brothers, I just want to say this because it's man, we got to get up and stop making excuses why we can't go to camp, why we can't do the thing the Lord, Christ did. Christ was out on the corners every day, prophesied it and, teaching and waking his people up. And we got to do that as men and stop thinking you can sit at home on the couch and save your goddamn family. You need to be out here thinking about everybody because that's what's going to save your family, your children, your wife, and everybody else is getting out the camp and, and doing what Christ did daily. Slack. Slack, sir. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir.
Come on.
Oh, my Wi-Fi muted me,
nigga. White man's the devil.
Good
That's
night,
right.
That's the world trying to shut me up. Like, nigga, shut up. You better be my friend, nigga. All that being God friend, nigga.
Right.
You can't even see God. You can see me. I'm the world. I'm right here in your face.
Right.
Luke 14:26. Somebody get it to me real quick. And what I said is somebody get the announcement.
Sir.
14:26, sir.
14:26.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother and his wife and children.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. You're going too far. If any man come to me and hate not his father. Now, in America, it's easy to hate your daddy. Your mama already raised you that way 8 times out of 10, right? But my mama? Nobody better not say nothing about my mama.
Not my mama.
Not my. I bet you won't say nothing about say my mama again. Say anything about my mama. Hold up. Wait. My mama? Oh, my wife. Wait a minute. You talking about my boo? You talking about no. Wait a minute. Put a hand on her. Put a hand on my wife and see what happens. Try it. You telling me that I gotta love something more than my mama and my wife?
Right.
You know what? There might be one thing that I love more than my mama and my wife. My kids. And children. This is radical now at this point. This is radical right now. And children? Keep going.
And brethren. And sisters.
All right, stop right there. Hold on, wait. All right, now the brothers and sisters, brothers don't really love their brothers and sisters that much anyway. Especially when it come down to they comparing it to their mama and their daddy and their wife and their kids, right? But he's talking about all of it. All right? Now, there might be one thing that I love more than my kids, but I can't tell nobody that.
Right.
Because it would seem selfish if I told them how I really feel. Everybody gonna lie and say they love their kids more than themselves.
Right.
It's the right thing to do. Now, they had a question on Facebook. They was asking women, which would you rather have? Your kids without your husband or your husband without your kids? I'm not going to tell you what their answers was. Majority of them. Either way, the Lord done included all of them. But what he say after sisters?
After sisters. Yea. And his own life also.
Wait a minute, I love me. I love me, bro. You gonna tell me I can't love me? I love myself. Bruh, Christ said, if you coming to me and you don't hate all these people and even your own self also, what he say? Keep reading.
Ye cannot be my disciple.
Now, he don't mean hate yourself like, oh, I hate my life, I want to kill myself. That's not what he talk about. He talking about you haven't been humble enough to look yourself in the mirror and say, I compared to what the Most High told me I should be, am not that. I, compared to what Christ said I would be, Christ said greater things than what he did you should be doing if you call yourself following him. The scripture said, he that say that he abideth in him ought to walk as he walked. You should be doing what Christ did and even greater. You got the same Holy Spirit. Here's the problem. You love your children and your wife and your mama and your brothers and sisters and your daddy and yourself more than you love the Lord. That's why you won't stop smoking. That's why you won't stop getting high. That's why you won't stop chasing hoes. That's why you won't stop sleeping with niggas when your husband's out of town. That's why you won't stop, you know what I'm saying? Because you love yourself more than you love the Lord. That's why you won't stop celebrating Christmas, because you love your children more than you love the Lord.
Right.
Mother's Day, because you love your mama more than you love the Lord.
Right.
Your wife's birthday, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's my dog's birthday.
Hmm.
You love all these things more than you love the Lord. Now, if I'm lying, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that you don't love yourself more than you love the Lord. Deny yourself that damn cigarette. Deny yourself that blunt. Deny yourself them pills. Deny yourself them hoes. Deny yourself all of the men you sleeping with. Deny yourself everything that you know that the Lord said you could not have. Deny yourself eating that food that the Lord said you couldn't have. Deny your flesh the things that feel good to it in order to serve the Lord. Even those things that are lawful. Take a fast. Take a fast from it for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So you can become stronger in serving the Most High. See what happened. Or you can not do it. What happens if you don't do it? Read verse 27.
And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
You lukewarm, the Lord gonna spit you out. He don't want you. We don't want you in the truth. You make us weaker with your weak ass.
Mm-hmm.
You make me weaker by you being here. I'm supposed to be making you stronger, like Christ told Peter. But you care about yourself too much, and your kids, and your husband, and your wife, and your mama. You care about that too much. You are friends with the world, and by that, you are an enemy to the Most High. I hope everybody get what I'm saying. You got a choice to make, and it started 2,000 years ago when Christ gave his life for you. And you still thinking about making a choice? You still thinking about smoking a cigarette? Nigga, you still thinking about selling drugs? You still thinking about leaving your husband? You still thinking about sleeping with a woman and throwing her away? That's what you thinking about? Just go join the world. The world loves its own. It loves people that fit in. Just go fit in.
Right.
And y'all all sit in a circle and talk about the husband you used to have and the wife you used to have and how life was so precious and how this person stole from you and how your house got kicked in and how you locked up and you doing all this time and all of this other stuff. And what we're going to be doing is breaking the curses of our generations, breaking the curses that was placed on us by the obedience of our fathers and coming up out of that and building a nation, a exceedingly great army and protecting our women and protecting our children and our mama. Look at it. You can't protect your mama and sister and none of that if God ain't with you, you can't do it. Why not get that together so you can be a better son and a better father and a better husband and a better wife and a better mother? Why don't you get that together? First, you got to fight the world. With that, I'm passing the class over to priest and officer who in the shop.
Come.
Pass the class over to priest and officer in the shop.
Come. Men of Israel, we're going to send up a courtesy salute to the teacher Men of Israel, Majim. Means to stand. Majim Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem
Yahweh Shem
Yahweh Shem
Yahshua
Brakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua
Yahweh hands down. Men of Israel, we're going to send up a courtesy salute to the sisters that are in the class. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahweh Shema.
Yahweh Shema Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh hands down. We're going to read the announcements. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ashra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. We have memorial or blowing of the trumpets.
Yeah.
First of the 7th month, Friday, 15th September 2023. You can find that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 22, verse 24 through 25.
I want to see all y'all.
Khan. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, or scarf. And with that, class is dismissed.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, sir. Water.
Hey, y'all in the shot.
Yo.